What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. Thursday, June 11th, 2026, 5:56 in the morning. On my schedule today, I have the day off. But, leading by example, I am here. Even though yesterday I had 2 teeth extracted and 4 implants planted, I am here. Nothing is on my schedule, but we have things to do. We have things to do, including me telling you the story of why Barbara, why her name is no longer on here. Are you ready? Let's go. But first, ladies and gentlemen, here's a scene from me last night. So, I sat in the dentist chair at around 11:30 this morning. And I like it how they tell you you're going to get a little drowsy, but you'll be, most people are awake. Some people don't remember anything. I've had surgery twice in the past. Once on my hand for skier's thumb. And then a time years ago for back. And those are the only 2 times I had general anesthesia. And they call this at the dentist's office sedation. Right? So the guy tells me, yeah, you'll probably be awake. You won't know what's flying, but you'll be awake. He asked me, in about 10 seconds, you're going to feel drowsy. So about 7 seconds later, I was like, yeah, I feel drowsy. And that's the last thing I remember. Until they had me get up to do a CAT scan. And then I was up the rest of the time, and I didn't feel a fucking thing. I have, I was at the dentist this morning, for those of you who don't watch religiously. On my lower jaw, I had 2 teeth extracted and 4 implants. 2 on the right and 2 on the left. One was removed on the left, and another was removed on the right. And I really can't move my jaw that much, so I can talk. I'm on some antibiotics and some Tylenol. I've been alternating every 2 hours between Tylenol and Advil. It hurts to move my jaw. I'm alive, don't worry. I'm in bed. It's 5 o'clock Eastern time. I got Stoli and Gigi. And I have the 8 sleep bed set to -10. So it's nice and cold. Feels good. I tried to give myself a service call tomorrow morning between 8 and 10, but it took it away from me. I'll see you later. Pretty interesting, wouldn't you say? Well, this morning, I got looks like, I don't know, there's a golf ball in the bottom left rear of my jaw. I can talk, but it's like I got marbles in my mouth, or should I say, your sister's panties in my mouth. What do you think? Anyway, let me tell you about the experience. I sat in the chair yesterday, about 20 minutes after 11 in the morning for my 11 a.m. appointment. It's okay. All good. Dentist was a little busy. And, the anesthesiologist, who was also an oral surgeon who's going to be supervising the sedation and assisting the dentist in the event, tells me, hey, we're just going to give you stuff to make you feel a little drowsy. And some people drift to sleep, but you'll probably be awake with your eyes open. Your eyes could be closed. You're not going to remember anything. And then we're going to slowly wake you up. You'll wake up, and you may not remember any of this, but we're going to have you get up, and we'll have you do some CAT scans along the way to make sure the implants are where they need to be. And he was like, all right, any questions? I was like, no, just wake me up when I'm ready. He was like, I got you. So he puts the thing in my arm right there, right? And after me, going like this and tapping like this, like I'm about to shoot some drugs in there myself. Never done that though. Never done that. That stuff will kill you. I don't get that, by the way. They say that pot, when I was growing up, that pot was a gateway drug to all the other drugs. Right? If you're gonna do pot, you're gonna end up doing crack. I don't know. I only did pot. That Mary Jane, the marijuana. And I haven't done that in a very long time. I need a shot of, this is my drug now. So, man, I lost my train of thought. No, I got this. I'm a little out of it this morning, though. Maybe I'll put the air conditioning on here, and I want to do some work, though. So he hits me with the IV thingy in my vein, and he goes, "You're gonna feel drowsy probably around about 10 seconds." So I'm looking around like, no, I don't feel drowsy. And then around 7 seconds later, it's like, yeah, I feel a little drowsy. And that's all I remember. Then I woke up and my butt hurt. My underwear was on the floor. And they were walking me to the machine. I'm joking. No, but I remember, I kind of remember part of it, but not really, if you know what I mean. I kind of remember some of it, but I was drugged, man. I was really drugged. And I remember waking up in a daze. I was like, okay, we're going to take a CAT scan now. I'm like, all right, we're done? I was like, no, we're halfway done. I was like, halfway done? I'm wide awake. He was like, no, well, you're coasting now. I'm like, coasting? Damn. Now I feel like I should be in the Eagles, one of the Eagles music videos, Hotel California. Take the CAT scan, then he does another one on this side, and then 2 more on that side, and I'm like, I didn't feel a freaking thing. Right there. All this crazy stuff, this ratcheting stuff, and blah, blah, blah. And then this started starting to feel a little throbbing. He was like, yo, it's over here. And he goes, beep. That was it. But now you could see. Yeah, right there. So overall, I'm going to keep it real. Yesterday, I felt like one of my clients. Writing a check of a large, vast amount from me to my service provider. And you know what? And I did it with a smile because he did a fantastic job. Showed me x-rays of everything. Oh, everything's perfect. Da, da, da. And I've been going to him for many, many years. Good friend of mine as well. And did a great job. But I felt like one of my clients yesterday where I got 3 5-ton systems. No, actually, I got 4 2-ton systems. ACiQ, of course. Good experience. Very, very good experience. Since I was doing 4, I originally we were going to do 3. But since I was doing 3 at once, I was like, you have to sedate me, doc. I'm like, I don't care what it costs. I go, listen, it's not that expensive, but still, it's a price. I was like, listen, quality doesn't cost, it pays. And comfort, personal comfort. So I'm very glad I did the sedation. I did it once before for a root canal. My first root canal, I think I was 19 or 20 years old. And yeah, that was not fun. It had to knock me out because I couldn't take the pressure. It was like the cracking of the bone. I was like, oh. So my mouth's sore on the bottom. I was able to brush my teeth this morning carefully, avoiding the back bottoms. And we're good. We're good. Here it is, 6 o'clock. All right, so let me tell you about why Barbara's name is no longer on that board. And I hate to talk bad about anyone. I'm not going to be talking bad. I'm just going to be spitting the facts, right? The facts is that the office manager, call taker, dispatcher position is an in-person position. While you could, if you have some errands to do, as long as you answer the phones, you're good. But when you disappear for hours on end and you can't be found and you have literally 3 or 4 doctor's appointments in less than 4 weeks that you're here, and you say, "Oh, I'm taking on my lunch break," but the doctor's office is an hour drive away. What? Come on, right? So what happened? And just keeping it real. Sunday morning, I got a text from her. It's like, "Sorry, boss, I got to chaperone my son upstate New York. The chaperone bailed out, and I got to cover. And I'll see you Tuesday at noon. We'll be back Tuesday at noon." So I'm like, what the fuck is this? Right? And it's upstate New York. And I know, right, that there's no way. How are you going to chaperone your son's field trip or whatever it is and work at the same time? Like, no. And I was like, "Barbara, this is really unacceptable." Blah, 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 blah. And she goes, "No, I'm going to answer the phones. Oh, I got you." And I'm like, "No, this is not going to work." So when I come into the office Monday morning, I saw that the calls on her phone were forwarded, which means she set that up on Friday before she left, right? So she knew this Friday, even possibly before that, right? Why else are you forwarding the phone calls when your day ends at 2 o'clock on a Friday, right? That's the rules. Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, Friday, 8 to 2. I provide lunch, so you don't have to leave, whatever. If you have to do a quick little errand around the corner, great. What's even more pissing me off is that I let her use the company pickup truck because she needed a car, quote unquote, for a few days to the end of the weekend. That lasted 4 weeks, right? And then when she brought it back, she left the key, the iPad, and the iPhone in the front passenger seat with the truck unlocked. Anyone could have taken it, right? And there's no gas in the vehicle. That's a real, like this to Mikey Pipes. Like, really? Really? Took care of you, right? Paid you more than what you asked for, and that's how you shit on me. So, there you go. Come on. Plus, she was getting phone numbers wrong, addresses wrong, not taking down the description correctly, and the guys were getting pissed. The guys weren't telling me the problem. They were telling themselves, the bitches were complaining about themselves because she was fucking up. So, it is what it is. She's gone. We have a new person starting today, and I have a backup that I'm interviewing on Friday, but literally, day after tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow, actually. Sorry, today's Thursday. But literally, she tells me, Tuesday at noon, right? I came back here at 2 o'clock. She's not even here. So I call up on the phone, like, "Yo, where are you?" I was like, "Read the text." I read the text. She said, "We'll be back Tuesday at noon." It's now 2 o'clock. Where you at? So what really pissed me off is that when she forwarded the calls, the way that's set up on her phone there, right? When you forward the call, it's going right to your cell phone, whatever number she set it to. However, if your cell phone has no service, your phone is picking up. It's like, hey, normally it says, "Hey, you've reached, Mikey Pipes. Leave a message after don't go you back," right? She never set up her voicemail. So what happening was her calls were going directly to her cell phone. Her cell phone had no service. So it said, "I'm sorry, the caller you're trying to reach is a voicemail box that has not been set up yet." Let me show you exactly what that sounds like. I can. Hold on. Let me show you what it sounds like. Because it's really pissing me off. I swear.
I'm sorry. You can't leave a message because the person you called has a voicemail box that hasn't been set up yet. Goodbye.
You see? So,
I have about 10 or 12 calls Monday morning that got that kind of message. And they couldn't leave a voicemail. And if they called back the office, they got the same message. You know what? Every time I do something nice for someone, not every time, but I don't know, and it ruins it for the rest of them, for the rest of us. It does, rest of them. It does. You know, like Frankie. I had to write in the new employee manual that you are not allowed to come to work intoxicated or hungover. Because I never said he couldn't do that. I never told Frankie that you needed to show up on time to a training class when you were away at work when I flew you to fucking Tennessee. Right? But this woke freaking New York State, which is getting worse and worse and worse and worse, you know, granted his appeal on its first unemployment insurance. Get a fucking job. Anyway, I'm done ranting and raving. Hope you have a great day. Happy Thursday.
Last but not least, don't forget the Mikey Pipes Power Management System, the MPSPD-01. Comes with and without whips. We also have them with the surge protector mounted in the box as well. They start at $175. Details on mikeypipes.com/shop, and I'll send you one. Takes me about a day to build, but every single one is hand built by me right here in the great communist state of New York. And guess what? The best part is 100% of all proceeds go to my nonprofit, the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy Charitable Organization. You know, the one where we provide free or low-cost plumbing, heating, cooling services to those in the community who can't afford to hire a professional. A huge shout-out to the people over at U.S. Boiler Burnham for sending us that boiler a couple weeks ago that we did last week for a family in need at zero charge. Imagine a tankless combi we installed for free to a needy family. Or a month ago, a 3-zone ductless mini split, heavily subsidized by ACiQ. We paid a couple $1,000 for the install. Or the family outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, our first job, where they gave them basically a $30,000 job at no cost. Details at pipesforfree.org. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.